what you just did covered the whole practice. Now you know how to line up. Now it's going to be about running the ball, making plays and all that. Let's have a great time out here. Put them up. Here we go.
Talk about the excitement, your first spring practice as head coach.
I won't say it's in a long time coming. Our staff got finalized about 10 days ago. Kids are anxious to get out here and play. So are we. We're ready to get on with business as usual. We've got an awful lot of new relationships to be established, players and coaches. We're excited. It's been a long time coming.
Starting late this year, what kind of factored into that?
Staff, getting them established and getting the right people in here. I promised the young men teachers and mentors, and that's what we have, because that's what they've had.
You know what you have coming back, considering that you were on the staff last year, but I guess what's your goal, mending the new pieces and blending them with the old?
Well, we have a history of playing young players that have stepped up. We're not opposed to playing freshmen. We have, in some capacity, every year that we've been here. The young men that we just graduated out of the backfield were all freshmen at one time, and they all played. They were not fifth-year guys. So it's time for the next group to step up. We're young out back defensively, and we're young in the backfield. It's our time. Got to make it happen. They're going to cancel the games.
Obviously, a lot of guys competed quarterback last year. What do you expect that to change? Other guys coming back this spring.
Very good competition, which cures a lot of problems. We're young. Robert is going. He's the only young man that is a rising senior. Robert played significant snaps, meaningful snaps. So did London. We've had to, not by choice, but we've had to play 7 quarterbacks in 4 years. So we have quality snaps played in meaningful situations by everybody in the group that's returning. Kyle obviously retired himself, had a freak accident, and obviously, or ironically enough, when Hurricane Matthew came through, and he and his fiance were headed to Columbia because the campus was vacated. And somebody rear-ended them. He had an automobile accident and had a third concussion and was having some problems from it. So that experience we would obviously welcome, but we're going to be okay. We've got 3 young men and a very quality red shirt, or not a red shirt, but a gray shirt freshman in Jack Chambers. It's very bright. He can spin it. Athletic, fits into our group very, very well.
Tell me about your new coordinators.
Well, Zane Vance and I have known each other since 1982. We've been talking about the chance to do this and be together and coach again. Last time we actually did it in a college atmosphere was 1987, so it's been a while. I'm incredibly excited. He's a fantastic recruiter. He's a fantastic teacher. He's the man who led me to Christ. He is my personal mentor. So I know what he means in my life, and I know what he'll be able to do in the young men's lives that are in his charge. Gabe Gardenia is doing exactly what he's done since we've been here. He's been our offensive line coach. He's entrenched. He handles the organizational phase of our offense, and he's done a great job. A huge part of what we've done over the last 4 years. So I feel very good.
So what's your main goal, I guess, getting out of spring ball, just seeing some of the positions solidify themselves, your depth chart start to take form? What do you kind of hope for the next couple of weeks?
Well, the thing that I mentioned a few minutes ago is we're very young out back defensively, and we're very young in the backfield. Quality snaps, these 15 practices mean a great deal to them. On the other side of it, it's the relationships that are being built. We're completely new on the defensive side in terms of our staff. So, relationships with the young men with our coaches, and obviously the relationships of our coaches with the young men. That's what I'm anxious to get to see. It's we're getting to do what we love to do, and that's coach the game of football and make a living doing it. So it's not that we're going to take anything for granted, because we're not. but we're going to look at a perspective that we're getting to do what not many people get an opportunity to do with their lives. And we're going to be appreciative of it. We're not going to take it for granted, but we're going to understand that we're blessed.
It definitely feels good to get back out of the weight room and get back on here and doing football things with the guys. So I'm excited, happy to be here.
Looking to just build off of last season. How do you do that?
I mean, there's a lot of things I can improve on. You know, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm throwing incompletions, interceptions. So, you know, just come out here to work every single day and, you know, watch extra film, do extra things.
You have a unique relationship with Coach Tucker because he was your quarterback's coach. But
Right.
what kind of coach do you expect him to be to the entire team? And what kind of coach are they getting?
Same. Even when he recruited me, you know, he's always been very honest with everything he says. So, very trustworthy guy for sure.
Kind of talk about the quarterback competition. You know, you got some guys out there that
Right.
have taken some snaps last year.
You know, you got Rob, who has his roof is unlimited. You know, he has great potential. You got London, who's, you know, the same way, very athletic kid. Jack Chambers, who's came in and made a difference right now. He's working really hard, so, you know, we're excited to see how we all get together and bond.
Can you kind of talk about this couple-week stretch where it's just, I guess it's a little bit of a feeling out here because you got so many new faces around here. Is that, I guess, kind of the main thing that you guys are just trying to solidify, just getting on the same page with everyone?
Right. I mean, you got new receivers, new running backs, things like that. But you know, we've been out here working, doing things extra after the weight room and stuff. So it shouldn't be too much of a change. Just getting the first day jitters out and stuff like that. Yeah.
This is your last spring practice ever. How's it feeling?
It's awesome. You know, you come out. We've been running and lifting for the past since about January, so it's finally nice to do some football-related stuff instead of running and lifting and conditioning-wise, and starting to put some helmets on and get some schemes defensively, get going.
First spring practice for you without Coach Staggs, without Coach Chadwell. How are things different?
It's different, but you know, it's not something that you can It's not something that you cannot overcome. It's more of a mentality where, you know, you have a new coach coming in, and he brings his staff and he brings certain people that he likes that likes the same schemes, and it's going to create competition with the whole defense because positions aren't set, you know. And what happens is when you have a coach come in, you don't have your set positions, and you have people that want to compete, and competition breeds excellence. So it really shows that when when the players get ready to go and we start practicing, it's going to be time to show up.
As a senior leader, what's the goal? I mean, for the guys underneath you who look up to you, I mean, over these next 15 practices.
I think the biggest thing is our back end, is our safeties. We're really thin back there. So, you know, we have Zane, Anthony, and myself as seniors, and I think it's really our job, more than the coaches, to get them ready to play mentally. They're going to know the schemes, they're going to know what to do, but it's really important that as seniors we really kind of set the precedent of this program and how we've learned from some of the seniors like Zach Johnson 2 years ago and Isaac Lawrence our freshman year. So we're kind of trying to build up upon that and try to get things rolling.
Does this team kind of have a chip on its shoulder? I mean, obviously you're back-to-back conference champs, but now people are going to look at it and say, you know, is that just Chadwell or were it the guys that he brought in?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people are going to write us off this year because defensively it loses staff, but we didn't lose any players. We lost 3 significant guys. We lost DJ, Corbin, and Troy on the back end of things, so it's a lot of snaps in the secondary. But all our front seven's back. We got to find 2 safeties in a corner, but I think we will have a chip on our shoulder this year, just because a lot of people, like I said, are going to write us off because the staff left. But you know, we still have 11 guys that are ready to play ball at any time.
Kind of just talk about this couple-week stretch and just getting to know all the new faces because there are so many of them around here.
Yeah, we the last week, this prior week, we had a week of conditioning, which is our 4th quarter program, and it was really a time where we got to learn just about the coaches. We had position meetings and stuff, so it's been interesting to see like where they've come from and the kind of schemes and the kind of principles that they bring. Because you know, you have coaches from Sanford and SC State and New Mexico State with Coach Vance, and it's really interesting to see what kind of different programs he's bringing here. And I think it's going to be really good in the end.